by way of Tampa, Florida, and FIU, this is NFL draft prospect Shane McGough. What is going on, Shane?
Nothing much, man. Just getting ready,
There you go. So we're going to jump right into this thing. You played for the FIU Panthers, and from what I can tell, you had a pretty nice career.
Yes, sir.
How excited are you to enter this year's NFL draft?
Yeah, I'm pumped about it. It's always kind of, nerve-wracking. You never really know what's going to happen, but, you just got to get to work and just hopefully someone notices.
Oh, absolutely. And so in 2019, you began – I noticed one of the first things that stood out is you began the year at guard and then moved to center.
Yep.
Explain that transition for us.
Yeah, so earlier in my career, as a freshman and a redshirt freshman, I came to FIU as a center. I played center. And then, whatever it was in the spring, one of my coaches, Coach Mo, my offensive line coach, just, randomly kind of said one day, hey, we're going to move you to guard and Dallas over. And then we did that. And then I went back to center. And the year you're talking about I was playing guard, and then 4 games in, I switched over, and whatever it was, that was a coaching decision. They came to me and asked me if I was okay with it. And of course, I did whatever I needed to do to help the team.
Right. So what did you like doing better if you had a choice?
I like center. I love playing center. I like, the leadership that it takes, and, the command of, taking control of the offensive line and really making those calls and being the quarterback of the offensive line. I really love
that. Hey, that's awesome. So same with the offensive line stuff, since you are no line guy, let's be real, you get overlooked sometimes by the casual fan. What motivates you, Shane, to keep going forward despite a guy like, let's say, Anthony Jones, the running back who had success? He keeps getting media attention for a good game. How does that motivate you, although you're not getting the media attention?
Yeah, for us, offensive linemen, they got a different mindset. All the flashy stuff, that's not really for us. But that the other guys, a running back especially, he can't have success unless we do our job. And knowing that, it kind of motivates you, because like you're doing your job to help out one of your brothers. And, it's like this, you're the sacrificial lamb of the group,
right.
You throw yourself into the trench, and, like you throw a block, and, like you're on the ground underneath the pile, but then you see your running back break off. I'm telling you, I'd rather have that feeling than any media attention.
Well, that's awesome. Plus, you ain't gonna answer the big questions either, do you?
Okay. No, yeah.
That's good stuff, though. So let's switch gears to more of the personal and relatable side. You were born in Tampa, Florida. And I hate to ask you this question. Are you a Bucs fan?
By rule of thumb, yes. But I've never really been, a huge, like I've never been a diehard like fan of any team in the NFL, really. I just watch football. I've never really had that team. So by law.
Well, thank you, because I'm not a Brady guy, because I was born in Georgia. While I do like the Falcons, I'm a Colts fan, so I grew to not like the guy too much. But just making sure. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
You're a fan of the game. Your brother, this probably has talked to you a lot, which I guess is awesome, is FIU standout Alex McGough. He's quarterback right now on the Seahawks roster. Knowing that he is in the NFL, how does that help you? How does that motivate you? What do you learn from that?
Yeah, it helps in the matter of he's gone through this whole process that I'm doing right now. So anytime I feel any like uncertainty, or like I have a question about what should I do here? What does this mean? What does that mean? He's done it. He knows the answers. So, I just call him up, and, he's there to give me advice.
That's awesome. What is the age difference between y'all two?
2 years. He's 2 years older than me.
That's me and my brother. So there you go. You guys had all kind of battles growing up, didn't you?
Yeah.
There you go. But hey, maybe one day you'll play center for him in a perfect world.
Hey, that's the goal.
There you go. Couple more questions here for you. As you enter the NFL drafts, what do you want teams to know about you? You kind of mentioned the stuff before, but what do you want teams to know about Mr. Shane?
Yeah, I think it's important, for them to know that I like 100% bought in, determined to, do whatever it takes to be a team player in whatever aspect that might be. I think I'm a super gritty, tough dude that just lives to play offensive line. That's just my mindset as a person. Even if I think if I didn't play football, I love it. I just love the challenge of it, and the war aspect mindset of it.
I love talking to NFL prospects because I feel like I'm talking to somebody so focused. Like you live to be that guy to just work hard and get better.
Absolutely.
No time for leisure.
Nope.
So since you mentioned about it was your calling, I'll jump to this question. If you weren't playing football, do you think you'd do anything else, or do you have any hidden talents, or you don't have time for all that?
I don't know if I have any, hidden talents. But one of the things that if I always said, if I wasn't playing football or even when I get done is I've always wanted to pursue like a career in the field of law enforcement at whatever level.
Wow, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's one of the things that ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to do.
I actually feel the same. When I was a kid, I used to get people out of tickets all the time.
Yeah.
I love cops.
Yeah.
That's cool. Final question, and this was for your competition. Let's say, Shane, you're in the NFL, which is going to happen. And on Sundays, who is a couple, one guy, maybe two or three guys that you're saying, I cannot wait to battle this dude and see if I can hold up against that guy?
I think, as an interior guy, one of the guys that you're always kind of like, you see him play on Sundays and you always think like, damn, like, can I? Like, is that like, right. I think, or you see him, you're like, oh, I could do that. Or people always ask you, like, you think you could block him? Aaron Donald. I mean, yeah, the guy's unbelievable. So like, that's one of the guys that you always kind of watch him play. And like, you're always focusing on like what you would have done to block,
See, so I guess when you're watching NFL games, you have a tendency to kind of look at that and say, what is that dude doing to stop that guy or whatever?
Yeah, now, especially nowadays when I watch football, even though I'll be with some of my buddies, they'll be watching the football wherever it goes, and I'm still stuck on watching the center or a guard, so I don't even see the play happen. So yeah, I definitely do get stuck watching the offensive line.
So you see what Jalen Hurts did? No, but you see what Jason Kelce did.
Yeah, exactly.
Good stuff. Shane, I appreciate you for coming on via OTG. Love the hats.
Yes, sir.
And thanks for everything, dude.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you having me on.
Wish you the best.
Yep, you too.